The SEC will not approve a Bitcoin ETF in January 10th. The Federal Reserve announced that interest rates will remain higher for longer, and Mike Saylor from MicroStrategy is selling his shares. Also, we have a lot of conflict escalating around the globe. These are the things we're going to be covering in today's video. Without any further ado, let's get straight into the video of today. As usual, we're going to begin with Bloomberg, and Bloomberg is announcing that the Federal Reserve rates will remain high for 2024. And here's the article. It says here very clearly, the Federal Reserve policymakers agreed last month that it would be appropriate to maintain restrictive instance for some time while acknowledging they are probably at the peak of the rate that will begin cutting somewhere this year in 2024. Some officials reaffirmed that it would be appropriate to keep the policy restrictive until they know clearly beyond a doubt that inflation has come down to the 2% mark that they expected. However, the market is predicting some price cuts in 2024. And the thing is, the real interest rates is already coming down because of the prediction or the market pricing in the possibility of the Federal Reserve being at its peak. And what we see is, since December 2024, the Bitcoin price going up because of the ETF approval. And a little bit of the up price is also because of the real interest rates coming down. But if you look at today, the Bitcoin price tanked. It went over 6% down in just 24 hours, as we can see on this image. Now, of course, the price tanked, and the question is why? And the answer is because there was a post saying that the SEC may not approve the Bitcoin ETF. You can see on the headline of this article, likely rejection or smooth sailing. Experts are weighing on the potential of Bitcoin ETF approval. And we can see here, many are speculating on the ramifications of the United States Securities Exchange Commission potentially deciding on the exchange's listing of a spot Bitcoin. However, this is the post that came yesterday and caused the market to tank. Most of the appreciation of price of Bitcoin is because of the Bitcoin ETF approval or the expectation of that approval. Look at this post. Despite frequent meetings between the ETF applicants and the SEC staff leading to refile applications, we hold a contrarian view, asserting that all proposals fall short of a critical requirement for the SEC approval, likely resulting in a rejection in January. So this single post caused the prices to tank over 5% in just 24 hours, which in my view suggests that the appreciation of price is because of the approval or the anticipation of the ETF approval. Now, in my view, sometime this week or before January 10th, the ETF will be approved. However, I do not believe on 100% possibility of the approval. I also accept the possibility that the SEC may pull a new trick and say that the application is not accordingly or there's something missing in order not to approve the ETF by the 10th. And if that approval does not occur, you will see more volatility in the market and the Bitcoin price may go down. At least those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Please let me know that on the comments below. Now, another thing is Mike Saylor as a person is selling 216 million of his shares. These are his own personal holdings, and he's going to be using those shares or the money that he gets from those shares to buy Bitcoin. Now, the thing is, shares of MicroStrategy company outperform Bitcoin by double. Whatever appreciation Bitcoin had, MicroStrategy shares went twice that much, which means by selling his shares today, he can buy twice as much Bitcoin as he would bought on the beginning of last year. Now remember, these are his own personal acquisition of Bitcoin. It is not the acquisition of MicroStrategy, the company. Now that was microeconomics and of course cryptocurrencies. Now let's talk a little bit about geopolitics. We have the year of 2023 with a lot of conflicts. I think those conflicts will continue to escalate throughout the year. We're going to have more conflicts. In my view, we are already having the World War III. We have conflicts in North Korea and South Korea. Tensions increasing there. Tensions increasing between China, Philippines, China, and Taiwan. We have conflict on the Middle East, which is only escalating. We have more conflicts in Ukraine, where Russia and Ukraine have exchanged missiles where they bombard and attack civilian areas. And of course, we still have the possibility of tensions escalating between Venezuela and Guyana. So we have pretty much about 5 points of conflict in the globe. And of course, those 5 points of conflict, in my view, is a relationship between the West and the East. We had before World War II the relation between capitalism and socialism, and that caused a crash. That was a crash of ideologies. What we have today, in my view, is the crash of nations. You want to find out more about that? Link for that on the description below. And with this, I wrap up this video. If you did get value from this video, please do share with someone else who can benefit from this. If you did like, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like, give it a thumbs down. But let me know in the comments below why you gave it a thumbs down. See you guys next video. Kaboom. Goodbye.